Hello. Well, I just got off the phone with my therapist person. Not the psychiatric nurse, but the therapist appointment. I should have put it on here, but I lost track of time because there's no chair back there anymore. And I, that means I spent my, I guess you could call it morning, rearranging stuff in here. And this is a very small area. And dragging a recliner out of here, and then I thought maybe I could slide. I didn't remember which recliner I had so much trouble with. I thought I could slide it like straight through the doorway, but I had to flip it over on its side and like drag it, angle it, and drag it through the doorway. I haven't even set it in the living room. That's like as far as I got. And I don't know where my heart is as far as you know moving furniture. Probably not something I should be doing, but anyways, that was a pretty boring phone call anyway. I tried to do damage control when I was talking to him, and he was like, Bree said something about you think about suicide every day. And I was like, I think she misinterpreted that because she doesn't know what CRPS is. Do you know what allodyny is? And he's like, no. And I'm like, there you go. You're not supposed to know what that is. I'm not supposed to know what that is. And I explained to him what it is. And I was like, you know, she just didn't know what CRPS was, and I have a different way of expressing myself that sometimes people don't get because I have a completely different nervous system than most people. And I went through my medical history a little bit with him. He was 60 years old, and he didn't sound 60, though he sounded younger on the phone. But anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I haven't rearranged other things in the house since then. I may wait a little while before I rearrange other things. I don't like my current setup that I have particularly. Uh, as far as dragging that chair out of here, I think I can start sitting in the living room. I should have thought of this before. And looking out the window, seeing what's going on in the building. I don't know, looking at something besides cardboarded up walls. I'm like, I spend a lot of time like writing in the mornings and looking at the computer anyway, so I should get up in the morning and sit in that recliner, pull the shades, look out and watch the sunrise if I'm up that early, or just look outside. Might be a good looking woman walking down the street or something. There's not many good looking women in this neighborhood, but it could happen. Uh, maybe there's, maybe since I've been, since Stampy made me a prisoner in this room, maybe there has been an incredible influx of good looking women, and there's a whole herd of them. Now, herd doesn't sound right. That's more like for who the large creatures. A whole gaggle? Hmm. What would you say? There's my brain's not working right now, but there's a word for those words, like a murder of crows, a flock of seagulls, a herd of buffalo, a school of fish. Fish are stupid, man. I don't know why they're going to school. They don't learn anything. I've caught the same fish twice and found I know it's the same fish because I just it had a hook in its mouth. It had a hook in its mouth. I couldn't get the hook out of its mouth, so I cut the line and then I caught the fish, and then it had two hooks in its mouth. So whatever fish are learning in school, it's not helping them. But anyways, I can't think of what would be a good word for like a flock of good looking women. Uh, ah, yeah, a dazzle of women. Yeah. If you can have a murder of crows, which makes no sense at all, we'll say that a herd of good-looking women would be a dazzle of women. Maybe a dazzle of women have moved into this like neighborhood that I know nothing about, and then it's like all kind of eye candy will be flowing down my street, and I can rubberneck out the window, just like Stampy lived here for at least 2 years. So it's been at least 2 years I've been shut up in this room. And whatever happened to her, she's gone. The landlord was here with the rug scrubber yesterday. And he was here the day before. And I don't know who's making noise, if it's the guy that's got the service animal, but, you know, I don't know if he's like suddenly come to life and is being noisy or whatever, but um, like I said, he has a guy that's going to look at that place. And I'm going to, as an act of faith, I drug that chair out there. And hopefully, the Frankenstein's monster doesn't move in up there. Or like, all I'm asking for is somebody with a job, just be gone part of the day, you know. He's on the second floor. That means he can walk. He's not going to be in a wheelchair, so I'm going to have to put up with walking. But normal walking is okay. It's that stuff that rattles books off the shelves that I have a problem with. But yeah, I had a good day in there, and I had sandwiched in between two bad days. And one day was particularly bad where I did nothing. And I had both tachycardia and arrhythmia. Then that was like the day after I lifted weights, like late at night, like 12:30 at night, just because I was just full of energy for some godforsaken reason. Then the next day, my heart was a total mess, and then the next day I went back to normal, so I was able to walk around and practice walking and resume normal activities. And then the next day, heart trouble, and then today, um, I just basically been taking like one blood pressure pill a day because I'll be just laying here and my heart rate will go up to 90 in the 90s, and sometimes up to 100. It's uncomfortable, and this thing tabulates your resting heart rate once it samples your heart rate after a while. And my resting heart rate is 73 when I'm completely at rest. I don't know if that means when I'm asleep. I don't know what that means. But, anyways, so yeah, that's really irritating. Uh, I still have no choice but to play chicken with my heart all the time. So, there's nobody else here that can drag a recliner out of a room for me. I got a new aid worker named Ginger. That's not a ginger. And as far as I can tell, he's got black hair. And yeah, I had my old aid worker, the 300-pounder, just for that one day. And then they switched me to her. And this is usually my aid worker day, Thursday. But she's supposed to come over on Friday. She was disappointed I didn't have more stuff for her to do. But yeah, I was thinking about cleaning up my room some in here and getting some things organized now that I got that recliner out of the way that was blocking my closet back there. That means I can throw stuff in my closet. And yeah, I like that idea. Waking up in the morning, instead of like waking up, laying here in bed next to a heater, drinking coffee that's been warmed on a heater, I can sit in the chair out there and look outside. I mean, I still want to run from reality, and I still haven't made any of my phone calls. I got this paper here that I have to fill out today. I didn't do it, but it's why it's so long, I don't know, but it's for my Medicaid renewal form. And the way the mail works, I have to call anyway, so I'll fill out the form and mail it. And then what I do is I mail it, and it says like you wait 2 weeks, and if you don't get a response saying that you've been renewed, then you're supposed to call them. But I always call them anyway to make sure, because I was a poor boy. And yeah, now the counselor guy said, yeah, I don't know if we should continue counseling. I'm gonna let you drive the ship, I think he said, on that. And I'm like, I guess we're gonna have a couple more sessions. But really, there's nothing at all that the counselor can do for me. But I still have to do damage control for my disastrous phone call with the Bree person which he brought up. Bree says that you think about suicide every day. Like, that's a weird thing for somebody with a degenerating chronic disease that is the number one rated pain generating disease, and I can't walk and I can't leave my house. You know, and I think I do pretty good actually. Um, yeah, I was tabulating my. I'm just gonna be honest on here, man. The hell with it. It's like I was tabulating my 5 milligram doses. I know I was using coded language the other day, supposedly, where I said I had 101 double mint, means like double size pills. But I don't give a fuck at this point. I know it's stupid, but I don't care. Um, I figured that's hmm, let's see, 591 plus 180. What is that? 771. So I have 771 5 milligram doses. If you count the 2 refills that I have on that bottle, I know I said 591 in the other video. Now, 2 years, my math is horrible. 730. So I have over 2 years worth of 5 milligram doses a day, if it comes down to it. And if I'm here in 2 years, you know, that's if I take 5 milligrams a day, which is what I've been taking here lately. I've been taking some of the, just one at a time, but I've been taking some of the Neuron for the pain. As far as, I'm actually exercising and doing things, and so I get to be put in a little more pain than usual. Um, but my mood's okay. I mean, it's just the heart thing is just super frustrating because yeah, there's just days I can't do anything, and I'm just laying here, and it's like it's a special form of, it's a flesh prison of flesh, and you're just laying there. What do you do? I write a lot, you know. Like I said, I would have put that phone call up on the internet for y'all to enjoy. It's like you get to eavesdrop. I let you eavesdrop. I like you that much. I let you eavesdrop. And but it was a pretty boring phone call anyway, except for when I was trying to do damage control. Um, because I didn't want to go into my medical history, and I told him that I was cardioverted when I was 36, and he was like, "Well, when you were the age of 36, most people in your peer group were probably like not even thinking about their health and going out and having a good time and all that, and there you are." And I'm like, "Yeah, my problem started about 18 years before then," and then I went through my medical history briefly. He didn't know what CRPS was, of course. And I have like a little tiny bit of cold coffee here from the morning. No bugs in it. But yeah, I'm still not making the phone calls, so, that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do things that are positive and get my mind right. I got my medications, so I got another round of melatonin, and I got a 3 month supply of blood thinner. But as far as the metoprolol, which, that brings my heart rate down when I get the tachycardia, I sent in this. It's not fair if you ask me, but the bottle said 2 refills, good until 4/20/21. So I did what I said I was going to do, and I sent in the bottle with the aid worker, and the aid worker said, "This is an old bottle. They wouldn't refill it, but they said they'd call your doctor." That woman, I saw her twice. She ain't going to remember me from Adam. So that's not going to happen. So I got about, if I take one a day, I got about 2 months supply of blood pressure pills, which I guess there's research that's saying that says that chronic use of metoprolol tartrate not good for you. But I think that goes for most medications. That's why I told the Brie person, which you heard me say, I don't like any pills. I would like to take none if I could get away with them. You know, um, I just took. It hasn't kicked in yet, but I didn't take any Valium today at all. I've been up since 4 in the morning because I'm trying to get myself to wake up like really early in the morning. Um, because I just want to be wake up really early in the morning, and it is 2:30 in the afternoon. So I guess I want to wake up early in the morning because I have been having trouble getting to sleep, and I figure the earlier I wake up, the easier it will be to go to sleep. The problem is, like yesterday, take the blood pressure pill, and I'm like, man, fuck this, I can't fight it anymore. And if I got a chair out there to sit in, I can get sleepy, and I'll go out there and annoy myself and sit in a chair. And I can't just drink coffee to keep me awake when I'm sleepy either because I got the heart thing. It's like everything's got to be fucking difficult. Putting on socks, putting on pants, staying awake, drinking coffee. Every damn thing is difficult and a pain in the ass. Yeah. That guy was trying to do the usual things, which aren't really, it's just part of their job. But, it's like patronizing type things like, well, you seem pretty resilient. And it's like, what kept you going when you went through all those things? I was like, being young. I didn't want to go into my whole mindset of like how I survived learning how to walk twice and going through 2 spinal surgeries and then finding out I had CRPS. You know, there is just too much there. It's like I'm not going through all that. So I just said being young. I didn't say how like, oh, I had a psychotic break when I was 16, when I was 18. This happened, and when I was 20, that's when my sister kicked me out of the house, and then I fell into a depression, and I admit it. My story is long and complicated. I ain't going into all that. So, maybe next time if he wants to listen. But he seemed like more like I had this younger person named Emily, and she used to come here and sit in the house. That was a therapist. They made house calls, and she just sit there and listen to me talk. She realized like there wasn't nothing she could tell me because she was like 25, 26, 27, somewhere in there. She was educated and all, but I knew more about life than she did. She knew it. I knew it. We didn't pretend. She just sat there and listened to me talk, and I tried to be entertaining. You know me, I like to talk. So, not a problem for me, but this guy wanted to talk a little bit, you know, because maybe that's something that he was 60, so maybe that's something that people who are no longer young have in common is we enjoy sharing our illusions of wisdom with others. Yeah. I did ask the landlord to help me move a box, and he offered to move it into my apartment because he was here doing whatever, cleaning out the upstairs or whatever, and he texted me and he was like, "You have a package out of here." Now the package was about 72 cans of cat food, which is heavy. The way I would have to get it in the house would be either to drag it or to kick it along with my foot if I could manage that, sliding it across the porch. Because Walmart just throws things in the general area of my house, just in the general direction. So it's like, he's like, it's off, hanging off the end of the porch, and I'm like, pain in the ass to get in. So I asked my landlord, I decided to be humble, and I asked my landlord, can you just get it off the porch? And he's already moving a whole bunch of shit anyway, and leave it by my door. And he's like, sure. Do you want me to get it inside your apartment? Do you need help doing that? And I'm like, no, I can lift stuff. I can't carry it. I know he wants to see what this apartment looks like. He ain't been in this apartment in like 2 years. I don't remember how long it's been since he's been in this apartment. It's been a damn long time. So, he's curious. I'm sure he's curious, what's going on in here. Um, yeah, but he ain't getting in here if I can help it. The hell with him. I was gonna get him in here. I, I, I don't like the whole pretense of even being friendly with him. You know, it's like, no, I'm gonna hate you until the day I die. It's just the way it is. Cross too many damn lines, and I know what you are, and I know who you are. And I figured out that I've been living here for 11 years now, and that's a damn long time. But I wasn't renting off of him the whole 11 years. I was renting off of him probably for 8 or 9 years. Because when I originally moved in here, this place was being managed uh, by a realty company, and then by a lawyer. It went from a realty company till I was paying rent to somebody's lawyer because it was originally a realty company, and then the person that owned the house died, and they left it to a relative, and then the relative's lawyer was collecting rent for him while I was living here, and then of course they lived in South Carolina. They don't want to fucking you can't be a South Carolina, Ohio landlord, so they wanted to just dump the place, which I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, they sold this place for less than $32,000. It's a building that's supposedly in good shape structurally, and everything works in it for $32,000, and it's so big that they could carve it up into 4 apartments, you know. And Roy over there in the wheelchair calculated that he's already paid for the building and then some and rent just from him, and he hasn't been living here as long as I have. So he's really made out good on this apartment. Now, as far as the $500, I got some money out of the bank. He's been cleaning the place and getting it ready to show to this other guy, but if the other guy takes it, he takes it. $500 a month is a lot, and I could get lucky, and he could not be a drug dealer, scumbag, piece of shit, or noisy, or nosy. He could be actually just somebody that minds their own business and quiet. It could happen. So I'm just going to go that way, I think. I'm going to talk to the landlord one more time and be like, the offer's still good. I can plunk down $1,500 and pay you for 3 months rent, and you can keep the keys to the place because he doesn't trust me, and he shouldn't trust me. But he's never really trusted me. Period. He is always withholding information on me. So people that aren't trustworthy tend to not trust others. We tend to project the way we think onto other people, like I am too nice and too trusting. So, anyways, I'm going to make that offer to him, and the offer's still on the table. I just want want to rent it for 3 months, and be like, you can keep the keys to it, and just keep it empty. I'll sign a lease that it's my property, but you can keep the keys to it. Just keep it empty. That way, he'll know I'm not plotting some elaborate revenge against him and trashing the place or whatever he could think of in his sick little mind. We'll see. And if the guy takes it, the guy takes it. Then I got the $1,500 in my pocket, and maybe he turns out to be a good tenant. Hell, maybe we turn out to be bosom buddies. You never knew about these things. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else interesting or savory to report. I do have an unsavory thing, which is my body's on lockdown again. I was looking at expired shift digestive advantage probiotic pills. Um, because really nothing works except for um, serious laxatives, and then it goes the other way, and it's just a cycle of torture. So, I try to I've been eating my oatmeal daily, and then I used to take these pills, but I ran out of them. I don't know, like a month ago, and instead of taking one a day, I take two a day, and they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. It's like 15 days supply for me would the minimum would be $13 in tax. So, that's when I was shopping around. But I found a deal where you can get 156 of them for $30, but they're expired. And I was thinking about like, well, maybe if that deal's still there, I have $13 in eBay bucks. I should probably just spring for them, even though they're expired, like a year expired. I don't know if they will. They didn't work too good when they weren't expired, so I don't. Shit, I don't know. But yeah, that gets to be like disconcerting after a while when your body just decides not to work, and it's like you're not suffering that bad from it or anything. And I don't eat that much, so I don't know what that's about, or how much longer I will be attached to the mortal coil, with a body that behaves in such bizarre fashions. But you can't explain this to people that don't live it. That your autonomic system doesn't work, and your autonomic system is what keeps your body sane, not your brain, your body. It keeps your body sane. It regulates your body temperature. It regulates your heart rate. It regulates sweating. It has to do with the sense of touch. That's why I have allodynias, because my sense of touch is fucked in this area right here. You know, so it keeps your body sane and normal. And my body is the asylum bedlam, because it's just madness. There's no figuring it. There's no understanding it. It is an utter incomplete enigma. So this is part of the reasons why I suffer from the bad penny syndrome, is because I got a disease that most people never heard of. They're like, man, I don't want to do the research. I got enough patients already. Fuck this guy. A Hippocratic oath my ass. I don't have to help this motherfucker. You don't even have good insurance. So, yeah. But again, there's no excuse for not staying on top of things. And like I said, this was mailed to me. Notice date 3/3. Respond by 4/2. So, yeah. I mean, I caught it in plenty of time, but I didn't even open my mail. Was in an envelope to where clearly it was an important piece of mail. I didn't even open it until 2 weeks after I got it. So that's not cool. Um, yeah, and as far as like making appointments and stuff, I'm just not motivated. I'm just not motivated, and that's why I want to wake up earlier in the day. So I can have that, get my head straight, have that extra time to get my head straight, and then I can, in the mornings, make the phone calls I need to make. And I still haven't gotten around to stretching or figuring out how to stretch my legs. I'm just working my heart, walking, and I'm expanding my weightlifting a little bit and adding things. I haven't upped the weight or anything. I've just been doing more, and I'm not sore at all. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really have nothing else to say, or I need to clipper my hair because this bald is not a good look on a white guy, but this is even worse. You know, you got these little like fluffy little things here. It's like it's almost like somebody like put some glue on your head and just randomly threw some hair. It's just like it's all random. It's like, why do you guys even try? Just go away. Yeah. And then you have like, your full normal hair here. It's another thing that doesn't make any sense is the way people's hair is arranged on their bodies. It doesn't make any sense. My brother got like completely different genetics to me. I don't know what that says about my mother or father, but he is completely different to me. I was, I've tried this like several times to show you a picture. Um, I can't show you a picture of his face because he would not like that. So I will show you a picture of part of him because it's a bad picture. I'll see if I can cover up. Come on. There you go. I'll see if I can cover up the phone number without killing the picture. See that at all? Hopefully I'm covering up the number. I can't tell if I'm covering up the... Why don't you put your glasses on before you try that? Try that, you dummy. But anyway, as you can see, he's got the full beard and full mustache and everything. And he's real hairy. And he looks like looks completely different than me. So, with me, I'm smooth. But yeah, he takes the cold really good, like a lumberjack or something. And when he wears a flannel shirt, I'm wearing like a sweatshirt and a coat when we go fishing. So yeah, we're completely different. He's already got a coat on. He's all hairy and shit. And he's short and wide and powerful. And I am more of an ectomorph. I'm somewhere between an ectomorph and a mesomorph. Ectomorph is them tall, skinny Ichabod Crane motherfuckers. Mesomorph is your traditional athlete type of build. And an endomorph is a fatty. So, yeah. Like he tends to gain weight. And he's more like, he's built more like wider, thicker, and more powerful. Uh, yeah. So he don't really, physically, we don't really have anything at all in common. So, like nothing. You never guess we were brothers. We have, oh yeah, we have brown hair and brown eyes. Or used to, before age hit us. And we also have similar hairstyles, except for keeps his like super long. Which why people do that, I don't know. They keep their hair long and then they cover the bald spot with a hat. It's like it's much more liberating to go the clippered way and just dive into the baldness, embrace it. It's a lot less bothering. You save money on shampoo. Oh yeah, now I have to look back and hopefully I didn't show his phone number on there. I mean, I tried. Thing of it is, if you touch anything on a phone, it changes the picture, so I have to keep my hand off of the phone. So this might have been a total waste of my time making this video just because I wanted to show you a picture. But like I ruined another video doing that. So, guys, I'm a Pollyanna. I'm not a suspicious, evil motherfucker like my landlord. I'm more like a Pollyanna because I don't see the point in people being evil and mean to each other and bothering each other. So, yeah, I was like, why? I couldn't fathom, like, why would anybody call my brother and bother him that don't know him to spite me? But people actually think like that, you know? Or I had that one guy who hated me from these videos, you know, and he was like outed me as far as my name, and I was like, I dived into that and embraced that. And I'm like, yeah, that is my name, and I live in this city. And if you want to come and see me, come and fucking see me. I don't care. Yeah, just if you break in my house, I will kill you. It's just the deal, man. I will go Zulu on your ass with the machete the same way when I had like the um, meth heads living here. I made it very clear, and believe me, they stole all the shit that was outside the house, but wasn't nobody breaking in here because they knew I was home, and they knew that I have a machete and I'm willing to use it. So yeah, I will go African tribesman on your ass if you come here and you come in my house for any goddamn reason, and I won't have no scruples about it either. Um, yeah, I'm four square for the castle doctrine, even if your castle is a hovel doctrine. Anyways, I don't know what else to babble about to you, but that's all that's going on with me. Is I think I'll use whatever legs I got today to. I got a broom. I'll sweep up some of this crap that's all over the floor and see about rearranging this place. And yeah, I got access to the closet now. And I got a new aid worker. I don't know how game she is, but she looks sturdy and tall. And the lights were dark in here, and she had a COVID mask on, so I couldn't tell her age. But she seems willing and able, so maybe I can get her to do some work. So I really do hate making people clean toilets. I mean, I know that toilets need cleaned. I know it's part of people's jobs to clean toilets, but I really hate making people clean toilets or behind my toilet. The way my house is set up, there's only like that much room between my toilet and the wall. It's just nasty. And then the windowsill in my bathroom is all nasty from me mixing up cat food on there, and cats' paws jumping up on there, and it's just, it needs scrubbed. I don't know if they do that kind of scrubbing or not, but I know they do toilets and sinks, and yeah. So maybe I'll get her to do some more work in here. I don't, you know, I thought about, like, why not just cut ties with the psychiatric community altogether? They can't do nothing for me. I'm not going to get no drugs out of them that I want. They only want to put me on pills that I don't want. And being in the system psychiatric wise just leaves me open to somebody invading my house. So what exactly are these people doing for me? They're not finding me a new place to live, obviously. They're not going to prescribe me any more benzos. And the counseling is pointless because, yeah, it's not going to help. I can do my own counseling. This is my counseling. So, but even if I sever ties with them, that I'm still have those aid workers come in here, and the aid worker manager asks you the same questions. They ask you, have you had any thoughts of harming yourself and whatnot. I haven't had no trouble from them though. But yeah, I was thinking about like just severing ties with the psychiatric community altogether for the time being, and then like ditching Coleman, and then like if for whatever reason I need help for whatever, go to another place because yeah, I don't like being threatened with home invasion. I do not care for that at all. It had a bad effect on me. It may still be having a bad effect on me for all I know. I don't know because I try not to keep track of all my health misadventures. I try not to keep track of like my heart fucking up and whatnot. But anyways, I don't know. Like I said, they want to put me on the antidepressants and this or that or the other, and the only thing I'm getting from them pill wise is melatonin now. And I'm getting counseling, which don't really, just somebody to talk to. They can't really help, you know, deal with my situation. And then the other thing, as far as like helping me find a doctor and stuff, I have to like crack a whip to get them people to do anything. It's like I've been trying to have them help me try to find a place to get out of here. I mean, I could be like, I could get on my current person's behind about it and be like, hey, I need to get out of here. And I don't know, but they're not helping me in that way either. So what exactly are they doing for me besides threatening me with home invasion and cutting me off of benzos? Not much. Anyways, yeah. I don't have no good or funny stories for you, so I might as well go. That was 40 minutes. 40 minutes to tell you that I dragged a recliner out of my room and talked to a therapist and did damage control as far as suicidal talk, which I guess, I should no longer be honest. And, thus begins my path and career as a liar. So I have to lie to people now. But that's the way things are, man. That's the way the world is. And you have to do what you have to do to survive it. Um, anyways, so I'll see you when I see you. And hopefully I can post this. And I didn't show my brother's phone number, but um, if I did, you won't ever know it. Anyways, goodbye.